We begin with breaking news, a deadly hit and run in South LA. Let's get right up to Stu Mundell over the scene. Stu.
Pat, it happened out here on Hoover, right at the cross of 83rd Street earlier this evening. A pedestrian was crossing the street, and that person was hit by a car that fled the scene. Now, LA City Fire was one of the first to arrive out here on scene to render aid to that pedestrian that was hit, but unfortunately that person had passed before they had arrived. Right now, though, you can see it as a crime scene. About a block or so has been cordoned off by LAPD at 83rd Street and Hoover. Right now, they're investigating this the best they can. Homicide detectives are here on scene. Live in Sky 2 over South LA, I'm Stu Mundell. Pat, back to you.
Thank you, Stu.
5 guns pointed at this woman.
A suspect in a violent kidnapping plot is arrested. The victims, 2 local actors. Now, that woman and 2 other suspects now face serious charges. CBS 2's Rachel Kim is live at LAPD headquarters in downtown LA. Rachel.
Well, Pat, when the terrifying ordeal happened last year in May, detectives here at LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division began investigating. Well, after that arrest yesterday, authorities say they now have all 3 of their suspects in custody.
Oh my God! Is he dead?
Actress Daisy McCrackin has had roles in movies like 3,000 Miles to Graceland opposite Kevin Costner.
I think Michael Myers had fits of rage that he could not control.
And Halloween Resurrection. But police say the scariest moments happened in real life.
And then she just disappeared after that, like she never came back.
On Tuesday, the LA County District Attorney's Office announced that 3 people have been charged with kidnapping McCrackin and an actor named Joseph Capone and holding them for ransom. Investigators say they were kidnapped from McCrackin's South LA home in May of 2017, where the suspects pistol whipped Capone, then put black hoods over both of their heads before driving them to one of the suspects' homes. Prosecutors say when they got there, Capone was stripped naked and held without food in a bathtub for 30 hours. The next day, McCrackin was driven to the bank to withdraw cash and was then forced to write a check for $10,000 in ransom for Capone's release. McCrackin was later driven back to her home, where she was able to escape and call police.
I didn't see her again, so it was really sad. We were really good friends.
This woman named Lucy says McCrackin lived across the street from her for over 5 years. She tells us the actress told her what happened and soon moved away.
And it's sad that, that she had to go through that. And I won't feel bad for any of my neighbors if they go through something like that.
Over a year after the ordeal, here's what happened this past Monday. One of the suspects, Amber Neal, was arrested in Inglewood by the LAPD, and it was caught on video. It was posted to Twitter by a person who questioned why she was held at gunpoint with her hands raised. Well, now we know why. No word on whether the victims were targeted or if this was random. As for the 3 suspects, they face life in prison if convicted on all charges. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Rachel Kim, CBS 2 News.
Okay, I got mine. Drive. Just drive. 62 shots fired. Shots fired. Officer needs help.
Terrifying body cam video shows 2 LAPD officers in a fierce shootout with 2 suspects in a stolen car. And CBS 2's Tom Wade is here with more of that heart-stopping video just released by the LAPD. Tom?
Yeah, that's right, Pat. This is video you do not see very often. It's very intense. As you'll see, these officers had just seconds to make life-saving decisions. 2 officers in the line of fire, fighting for their lives, trading shots with 2 guys in a stolen car.
11-826, we're following a code 37 vehicle.
The pursuit begins when 2 officers find a stolen Honda near Highland Park and try to pull over the driver and passenger riding in the car. The chase turns into a life and death situation very quickly as the passenger in the stolen Honda points a shotgun at the pursuing officers.
62 shots fired. Shots fired. Officer needs help.
The officer shoots back.
Okay, I got mine. Drive. Just drive. 62 shots fired. Shots fired. Officer needs help. 62, we're turning left on Aldama.
The pursuit gets even more frightening as the 2 officers continue the chase, but then lose control of their cruiser.
Okay, it's okay. We're all right. We're all right. Can we get out? Get out of the car.
The two officers are okay. The guys in the stolen Honda ditched their car not far from the accident scene. They took off on foot, but LAPD officers tracked them down and arrested them. Miraculously, no one was seriously injured during the chase or during the shootout.
And that chase video was edited and released by the LAPD. It happened back on May 20th. Both suspects are still locked up on attempted murder charges. I'm Tom Waite, CBS 2 News.
A young mother, father, and their two little girls are dead following a head-on crash in Palmdale. Investigators are trying to figure out why their car swerved on Sierra Highway this morning, slamming into an oncoming van. The other driver survived. It could be some time before deputies have the full story, but they want drivers heading out this holiday to remember to pay attention.
Put those cell phones down, be aware of your surroundings, and if you've been drinking, there's always alternative methods of transportation.
Now, according to the deputy, the two little girls are possibly twins. Their parents are in their 20s. They're from Hesperia and were possibly visiting family before the holiday. Thousands filled the Long Beach Convention Center today to say goodbye to a beloved fire captain. The ringing of the bell is a tradition at a firefighter's funeral. 8 days ago, Dave Rosa was shot to death as he responded to an apartment fire. His son, Alec, told the crowd he was in shock after his mother told him what happened.
My dad's a fireman. Firemen aren't supposed to get shot.
That days before Dave passed, I was able to work one last shift with him. We sat around the kitchen table at Station 8 for a few hours and shared, as he often did, that his greatest joy and accomplishment was his marriage to his love, Lindley, and being a father to his two remarkable boys.
Rosa was 45 years old. Now turning to the last-minute holiday preps. One of the nation's biggest 4th of July celebrations is taking over Huntington Beach tomorrow. And CBS 2's Stacy Butler spoke to tourists and locals who got a jump start on the holiday fun tonight.
Happy 4th of July! In Huntington Beach, there are countless ways to celebrate the 4th of July. From staking their claim with yellow tape, chalk, and chairs on the parade route at 7 a.m. sharp.
Well, so this is us.
To a downtown stroll and a serenade. Hundreds of thousands of people are already packing the pier and hitting the fire pits.
God bless America.
This family escaped the scorching heat in Arizona to visit Grandma and Grandpa for their yearly 4th of July family reunion.
Weenie roast and s'mores, marshmallows.
It's just a grand paradise.
It's so much cooler. It's amazing to be here this time of year.
This is a highlight of our year, was having the family here from Arizona.
It's really about celebrating the 4th of July, everything that this country has done for us and everything like that, so I love it.
Police are carefully patrolling the beaches, and downtown, officers are at full staff to keep a close eye on any problems caused by huge crowds on the streets and outside bars. Gina Gleason saved spots in front of her home along Main Street. She rented 120 chairs and tables for her front lawn. She's going to set up early in the morning for a parade watching party.
I'll be up at 6 picking up the donuts because we've got to get a car and try and get back in here before it gets mayhemish.
Happy 4th of July! Woo!
The Weiss family has lived in this house for 41 years, and in that time they have never missed a 4th of July parade. It starts sharp at 10 a.m. In Huntington Beach, Stacy Butler, CBS 2 News.
Well, the pre-4th of July traffic is finally calmer tonight, but Sky 2 flew over some slammed local freeways earlier. Road trips will cost you a little more this year. Gas prices are up 62 cents compared to this time last year. And what about your holiday forecast? Well, Evelyn Taft is here. She's tracking some of that scorching weather.
Oh, yeah. Hey there, Pat. And a beautiful forecast, but some seriously scorching numbers, as you mentioned, especially as we head toward the end of the week. A great shot, though. You will see clear skies and a good amount of holiday traffic down there. We're going to have your full forecast coming up.
That is a pretty shot. Thank you, Ab. And still ahead, a local veteran and his family wait more than 4 weeks for their air conditioning to get fixed.
At one point, it was 107 outside, and it was in the mid to high 80s in the house.
Oh, and they say their home warranty's been nothing but a headache. See what happened when they call 2 on your side.
I'm Suzanne Marquez. We're seeing new video tonight of the boys trapped in a Thailand cave. Why it could be months before they're rescued.
And here's a look at the guests tonight on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Already following CBS LA on Facebook? Follow these steps to make sure you continue to see our stories on your news feed. First, click on the triangle pointer in the top right corner of your Facebook page. Select News Feed Preferences. Then click Prioritize Who to See First and select CBS LA.